It's a long process, but pretty much. So in high school, I had decided like 100% I wanted to do the medical field. I wanted to pursue something on that path. And so I was looking at I was at Utah State University my freshman year, and I was looking at different STEM programs to be a part of in my undergraduate that would help me get into that medical profession. And so I remember my mom loves that kind of stuff. So she did all her research, and I told her what I was looking for, what I liked. I liked math and science and yada, yada, yada. I liked traveling, and she found this little hidden gem. I say hidden gem all the time because it's truly what it is. She found the hidden gem of industrial hygiene at USU. So I joined the program fully intending on, going to that medical route. And halfway through the program, I had this realization that, wow, I've actually cultivated a passion here that I wasn't expecting at all. And so I pretty much decided, after seeing the opportunities that occupational health and safety could offer, the industries that I could work in, the people that I could work with, after seeing all of this, I decided to change paths and stick with what I was studying at school. So kind of fun and all over the place, but yes, a big shout out to my mom, because she was the one who found the program for me. If I had seen that program on paper, I wouldn't have been the one to choose to go into it. Most people in health and safety just happen upon it and run with it. And they're incredible because they all have different backgrounds. So it's really cool to see. You're exactly right that, as we would know or would expect, that women are a minority in the safety profession. And a lot of people will say that, women can bring different perspectives and connections in safety that male counterparts can't. And I agree with that. But at the same time, I almost feel that regardless of gender, it's your passion for safety and your specific skill sets that make a difference in the safety profession. With that said, not a lot of women are exposed to safety as a profession, and not a lot of them seek it out. It's not something that is super glamorous for most people to see, and especially for women. I know for me, never would have thought I'd be in health and safety. And I think that is partly because I never saw women in safety. I never knew of family members or people that I was super close to, or parents that were part of safety. And so it just never crossed my mind that that would have been an option for me. So even though safety isn't something that women are necessarily, I would say, drawn to or exposed to a lot, being a woman in safety right now, to me, is about showing other women that this is an exciting and interesting career path to take. Because we're missing out on that potential in that demographic of those skill sets and those unique passions and everything. So I think regardless of gender, it comes down to the passion and the skill sets, but we aren't tapping into what we probably could be because not a lot of women are aware of it. So, and along with that, a lot of women choose to work and have families and be moms. And so my husband and I, this on a personal note, we're expecting our first baby in September.
Well, congrats.
Thank you. I'm super excited, very nervous. But when I first decided to pursue industrial hygiene and safety, I remember being concerned about if I would be able to be a mom and do this kind of profession.
Yeah.
And it scared me because, again, I wasn't exposed to women in safety or mothers in safety. And so after being in this profession for longer, I've seen that not only can it be done, not only can you be a mom and a woman in safety, but it can be done with flying colors. So I'm a lot less nervous and a lot more excited to continue this path and also focus on my family as well. Being a part of Savage has helped me see that companies can empower their women in certain industries, and there's different ways to do that. So it is definitely something now that I can take a look at. And with ESG as well, seeing how our company deals with environmental social governance, like seeing what our impact is, I think you enjoy your work a lot more, and you can get behind what you're doing at work if you know that your company is a good company,
Right.
has morals and standards. So that's just something I've come to learn about Savage throughout the process, and I'm glad I started with them and and all of that. But it's definitely set the bar high for future jobs. With that, I wanted to bring up a little story that one of my close mentors, he always tells college students or interns this word of advice, and he says, be a student who works and not a worker who studies. Or in other words, prioritize your schooling, your skill set, retaining information, and try not to let work overshadow your ability to learn. And so when it came to this scholarship financially, as a teenager, I knew I would have to fund myself through college. I knew I wasn't going to get help from family and all of that, just with different circumstances. And so I worked hard to find scholarships, to have good grades, to have jobs that could support me through college. And so when it came to this scholarship financially, getting this my last year of schooling where a lot was happening, it allowed me to focus on being that student, to not have my work and trying to just get money to cover schooling overshadow my ability to learn. But also, not only did it let me focus on being a student, it let me be less stressed and involved in things that were happening in my personal life. So I got married my last year of schooling, and this scholarship indirectly helped me relieve a big burden on my shoulders of, planning and all this kind of stuff. So it helped me be in the present for an incredible life event. So financially, it helped me focus on being a student, but it also let me be present in my own life, and I'll have lifelong memories from it. Professors and team leaders at work that I will consider lifelong mentors and friends that I can reach out to for questions. And jumping into that next question of what role did mentors play in these pursuits, they helped me grow. And I wanted to bring up the quote that we're all pretty familiar with. I'm honestly not sure who said it, but there's no growth in the comfort zone and no comfort in the growth zone. So that's something that my mentors have definitely taught me. They've helped me hone in on skills I didn't know I had. They helped me do better on things than I thought I could. But ultimately, they pretty much helped me find better ways to grow, even if it was uncomfortable. So one specific example I actually wanted to share was I had a specific professor, and he truly taught me the importance of constructive criticism to better myself. And he helped me be more comfortable with and actually seek that constructive criticism. I mean, no one likes to be told what to do better, what they could improve on, or any of that. But him and so many other mentors did it in an environment and in a way that actually initiated positive progression instead of self-doubt and insecurity and unmotivated to do anything about it. So they've definitely helped me find growth in not being comfortable. And I think if I hadn't had these experiences with my mentors and with them being so open and honest of ways that I can be better, I'd be content with where I was at.
Yeah.
And I'd be missing a lot of these skills and priorities that I have right now. So definitely grateful for the uncomfortable situations I may have felt at the time, but have helped me grow because of my mentors. It's taught me as well the importance of teaching others constructive criticism. So when I eventually become a mentor, I definitely want to mirror that with whoever I'm working with, because it helped me so much. Safety is extremely important because it is the future. It's the future of how things are and will continue to be developed, built, maintained. So it will only grow. So it's better to get involved with it now and understand it now than later. What I think of is there's no reason for us to ever be content with 100 people, 10 people, or one person losing their quality of life over an injury that happens at work or an injury in general. So there will always be room for improvement in this industry. So it's the future. We're seeing more and more safety professionals at being hired onto companies. We're seeing different teams put together. And so until we get zero injuries and zero fatalities and all this kind of stuff, our job is never done. So it's a necessity, and it's the future. To keep an open mind. And you talked about how you saw the post that I made too, and it was kind of hard for me to swallow the pill that, my plans were changing and I wasn't right on with what I was doing. And so, I mean, I never saw myself wearing steel toe boots, wearing FR coveralls and a hard hat, working in a mine, in an oil refinery, in a rail yard, but here I am. I'm doing it and loving every minute of it. So keeping an open mind is super important. And so I would just say for even people in the safety profession to never get so stuck on your own path that you ignore or discredit the boundless opportunities all around you.
Yeah.
So of course, set goals, make plans, do all that kind of stuff, but be flexible with what opportunities life throws at you. So that was a hard one for me to learn personally, but glad it happened. I have two things for this one. The first one's quick. It's problem solving. Just using math and science and statistics. It really is an art to problem solve. And it's so fulfilling to be a part of that process and to have it be something where we're problem solving to help others. We're problem solving to prevent injuries and illnesses at work. So problem solving is number one. Actually, no. Problem solving is number two. I would say number one is the people. I have absolutely loved getting to know different SH or health and safety professionals, as well as people that I get to meet on the front lines, transload operators and people working in these refineries. There's so many different backgrounds and experiences that you can learn from. And within the safety profession itself, I feel like you said, a lot of people just happen upon it. And so you do have those various backgrounds, and it's just an infinite source of knowledge. So I've loved getting to know the people and learning from them as well. So that would be number one. Problem solving would be number two.